Okay, so after we do the elbow, the next thing that we'll move to is the shoulder. Now, the shoulder is so complex. It's one of those, it's probably one of the most complex. They're rivaled closely by the knee, but it's a very complex joint. So what I'm going to do, we'll break this up into several different takes here. First off, though, what I do when I look at the shoulder, I have a muscle test that I will do to see if it needs to be adjusted. Now, because of time's sake, I won't show the muscle test, but if I find a positive reading for the muscle test, just relax there. What I'll do is I'll feel, I'll also find, another thing that I do is I'll find the spot right in here, right where it connects, and I'll just bring it in. I'll just basically put my leg right in here so that I can kind of pull that out, stretch it out, push backwards, because the shoulder basically always comes forward. Okay, I'll just kind of push it down like that. Okay, and that basically takes the shoulder, because it usually, like I said, it usually rocks forward and down, and that lets it go backwards and up back into the position it's supposed to be. Now, for the actual adjustment, should I find that it needs it, I will come right up here. Okay, find my spot that I need to get, because again, chiropractic is specific. So I'll find the exact spot where I need to make the adjustment, right there, and then I'll make the adjustment right there. Okay, and then after I get done with that, then I can post-check my muscle test that I would normally use to see if it needs to be adjusted and make sure that I got a good adjustment on it. Okay, so for the second part of what I'm going to show today for the shoulder, again, I'm not going to cover every little detail just like I didn't show the muscle test before. There's other things that I do in my assessment of the shoulder, but because it's so complex, I can't get into everything. But one of the main things that I'll do when it comes to the shoulder after I adjust it is I'll check in here, and there's always, because there's so many muscles that are involved with the shoulder, there's always some muscle spasms. If a person has shoulder problems, there's always certain muscle spasms in different areas, and I'll work those spasms to try to get them to release. There's usually one right up in here, and it's okay to grimace if it's hurting, because I know some of these, the muscle spasm, they hurt. So I try to get the muscle spasms to relax, get them to loosen up, okay? Hit each of the different spots in there. See, the shoulder joint is one of those joints that is so, I know some of these are painful. Because they're tight muscles, they're sore muscles. But the shoulder joint is it's actually the only joint of the body that relies so heavily on the muscles that if you were to take all the muscles away, the anatomist will tell you that the shoulder actually will not hold itself on the body without the muscles. It's so dependent on the muscles. So we take a real close look at the muscles whenever we have shoulder problems. The next thing that I do once I relax all these muscles is, because most people, because of mostly poor posture, let the shoulders fall forward and down. So I try to accentuate that up and back. So I have a process that I do here, and just basically try to accentuate that up and back like that. Okay? And that just kind of stretches everything, and then allows me, it allows the shoulder to go ahead and sit back here where it's supposed to be. Because most commonly when you have a shoulder problem, you'll see that people let them roll forward and down. Okay, and again, it's usually due to bad posture, and then of course the adjustment to the spine helps the muscles work right, and then everything else becomes healthier.